friends, this is the Cryptonian. Welcome back to my channel. Please remember to click like on the video. It helps others find this content and it also helps my channel grow. I appreciate it. Now, taking a look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is currently at 35,400. You can see here we're currently at this level of support, but we have been selling down for a few days. We have been rejected from this red box area of resistance that I had identified some time ago. Actually, I identified it back here. That being said, taking a look at the market, you can see that the majority of the market is pulling back. Now, we do see that Bitcoin is still up for the week about 0.5%, but down 3% for the 24-hour period. Ethereum is still up 4.7% for the day, or excuse me, for the week, but down 4.2% for the 24-hour period. So we can see that the market is pulling back. There are some exceptions. We have some like Solana. Solana is still up 31% for the week and still up 4% for the day. So Solana is actually holding up pretty well during this pullback, and we see that others are doing well also. Polygon Matic, 24% gain for the week and almost a 4% gain today alone. We see Avalanche, 36% for the week, 4% for the 24-hour period. What else here? We see Caspa holding up very well, 31% for the week and 11% for the 24-hour period. And let's see, also Thorchain, 50% for the week, 5% for the 24-hour period. So you can see that although the greater market is pulling back, we do have some that are defying gravity and still moving higher. Look at this one, Celestia TIA, up 157% for 7 days and 18% for the 24-hour period. Rollbit still up 18% today. DYDX up 30% and Pancake 18%. So although the market is going down, you can see that there are a few that are still doing well over the last 24-hour period, and that's probably because that they were late bloomers. They started moving late in the cycle, and they're still hanging on to some of that momentum. So that being said, we had the inflation data come in, right? And so the question is, if we had good inflation data, inflation has shown to be the core inflation year over year has come in 0.1 less than what the forecast was. Forecast was 4.1. Actual is 4.0. So that, I mean, it's not really a big, it's pretty much the same, but it's slightly in favor of retracting or retracing inflation coming down on the year-over-year core inflation. And then we had regular inflation metrics. We see that the previous was 3.7, the actual is 3.2, and the forecast was 3.3. So we're coming in slightly below, ever so slightly below that forecast, and we're coming in less than the previous reading. So what happened? Why is Bitcoin still coming down if the inflation was favorable or better than before? Well, remember again, Bitcoin thrives in a economic uncertainty, right? It's kind of like a hedge, or it's kind of like gold in a way, although it's much more volatile. So when we take a look at the SPX, so we want to know where the money went. Well, look at this, right? We see here that SPX had such a strong reaction on that inflation decrease that it left a gap here. It's called a gap up. And so you can see that SPX has been gaining some momentum and some interest. Now we are at a high RSI, but we can see that that's probably where some of the money has been going from Bitcoin into the stock market, into the the stock market. So that being said, when we take a look at the total market cap, we can see this kind of confirms what we've been saying. Total market cap, which includes Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of the altcoins, all of the crypto market market cap, we can see that it's going down here. So this is showing that some money has left the market. And when we take a look at, well, we just took a look at the S&P. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. We can see that this also is where the money went. Look at that. NASDAQ having a huge reaction. And of course, NASDAQ is heavy with tech. And so we see that over the last few days, the NASDAQ has been on a huge breakout. So this is where the money has gone. So that being said, when we take a look at Bitcoin dominance has been going down over the last several days, and that's because the altcoins have been doing well. When we take a look at Total 3, we have had a run up here, and while Bitcoin dominance has been going down, but now, like I said, we are seeing a small dip in that Total 3 as well. So resistance to the upside still remains at 37,700, or actually I would say $38,000. We are at support right now at this level, and if we get below this point of control at 34,500, then these holders could start selling and increase added pressure to the downside for Bitcoin. Now we do have support. Support is here at let's see, 32,500, all the way down from 32,500 all the way down to 30,000 is where we have support here. If that breaks, then we are going to see a deeper and more nasty correction. But right now, when we take a look at the green box here of support, this area is coming in at the Fibonacci golden pocket for the bulls, right? So when we take a look at the broader, higher time frame, we can see that just 15% above is that resistance area for Bitcoin, and that is where the bears live. That's the Fibonacci 0.5 to 0.6, and that's where we're going to see a tremendous amount of selling, right? So that being said, when we move back to the daily, this is the preliminary support area, but you can see that we're in a ascending channel. And I've said that these ascending channels, they break down. They're bearish usually. But I don't expect that to happen until probably it may not even break down. We may just test this area here and then go into something like that. We may see something like this, like sideways consolidation, and then next year go higher. Usually, now I've said this before, usually going into Q4, which is coming up, we probably only have just a few more days, or excuse me, a few more weeks left in this rally, and we're already seeing a rejection here. Now, could we go higher? Yes. If we get above that 38,000, we're probably going to go to that $41,000 to $47,000 area. If we break down here, then probably we're going to go down to the 32,000 to 31,000 area at support. And then after that, consolidate a little bit, and then towards the beginning of the year go higher. Now the holidays are coming up. We have November. In November, for the Americans, we have the holiday Thanksgiving, and usually, that is around the time where the market starts taking profits, and then of course getting closer to Christmas next month. So we've got about 3 to 4 weeks left, or I would say 3 to 6 weeks left in this rally, and Bitcoin has 3 to 6 weeks to move up into that 42 to $47 area if it's going to make it. Now, like I said, right now we're at support. This is not a severe correction. This is just a small correction. If we move back up here, we need to move up to that top 37,800 level to turn this into consolidation. If we have a bounce here and it's weak, then we're going to roll over and we'll see a deeper correction, and the market most likely will follow Bitcoin. So that is my story. I'm sticking to it. I don't want to make this video too long. Right now, let's take a look at the, let's see, hold on. Let's take a look at the RSI. RSI is 59, so we're still bullish on the RSI. Price cycle is still showing that we are still bullish, and the volume is in distribution though. We know that it's in distribution because we see these red candles, but our phantom candles are showing distribution and confirming that. The volume is still at 78, so it's not a severe distribution. It's just a mild correction right now, but it could increase and probably will increase at least down to the 30 moving average, which is that 34,000 level. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. So there you have it, friends. That's Bitcoin in correction. The market is correcting with Bitcoin. And I would say if there's any projects that you want to get into, this would probably be the time to do it once Bitcoin has completed its correction. This would be the time to get into altcoins that you've been trying to get into, or maybe that you have missed, or that you're trying to accumulate for next year, right? So there you have it, friends. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for clicking the like. If you're not subscribed and you like this content, feel free to subscribe, and let's go on this journey together, and we will see you next time.